Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bookish Artist Mandy here, and I am coming at you today with planner setup and currently inked. So I am looking at August. It is empty as of this moment, and I'm gonna do some planning, setting it up. I'm gonna do my currently inked before I set it up, but I want to make sure that I have the right pages. So I cannot find my sticky notes for the life of me, so I'm using these Midori pages. I got this big memo block. I am loving it. It is so much fun to use, especially because it's Midori paper. I think I want to get one that's blank as well, because it's really nice to just have this size and just write notes with my fountain pens, and no, it's fountain pen friendly ink. So I'm using my, I shouldn't use my Diamond Forever because that does take a minute to dry. So I'm going to use one that I am actually I'm cleaning out today, which is my Kaweco Sport here. Or not Kaweco Sport, but this is my Kaweco Student stuff. This page is my July intro page, where I like to make it pretty, or not July, it's August. Oh my goodness. I am starting to feel the crunch of August, and then August calendar is the next spread. And then I can at least like make my notes on these. Are they dry? Okay, yeah, dry enough. Okay, I just don't want them to get all over the page, if that makes sense. Okay. Look at that, that's not dry, but that's okay because I can still read it. So August calendar, I want to look and see what I have at July, because I am switching things up. July's intro page, July's this, and then it's my memories. Okay, awesome. I have kind of a bug in my throat, not a bug, like a frog. I've been doing some singing along with the radio. I haven't done that in a long time, so my voice is not very happy with me. I should probably stop that, but August memories. And then this is week 1, the next one. So this is week 1. Because I'm doing things a little different in August, and I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so then, yeah, so week 1. And so what I kind of want to do here is I'm going to have, make sure this is dry enough. Okay. What I kind of want to do here is I want to have, so this will be week 1. And so I'm going to set it up like this. Week 1. I always like to do this like here and plan this out. Okay, so I'm thinking that I want to have week 1 goals, and then week 1 to-dos. So what I'm finding is that I generally am been doing, and this is why I like being able to move things around and do the bullet journal where I can change things. What I'm finding is that I like to have my weekly, and I like to have weekly goals. Like, so I like to have the weekly spread. Like, let's go back here. I like to have this weekly spread, but I like to have to-dos, but I'm finding that I don't do all the to-dos in like a day. And so then it's just kind of continuously writing and rewriting it over and over. So what I'm thinking is that if I have them all on one page and I have to-dos for each week, that will help. And then I have the goals to make the to-dos. Like, yeah, so like this week's goals are like August 1st through, I don't know, because August 1st is Friday. So it's Friday through Sunday. Which is funny to me, but Friday through Sunday I kind of already have in July. So I'm setting this up, but I know that I'm still going to be flipping back and forth between July and August. So this will be, I think this will be the first week of August. So that's really good to know. So then this is my memories. This is my week 1 goals and to do. And then what I want to do here is this is going to be my week 1 currently inked. So I'm doing it a little bit differently this month I'm going to be doing it weekly, at least I think, because what I'm thinking is I have truncated it down. I picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8? Yes, okay, I thought I only had 7, but no, I went with 1 neutral and 1 choice B. So I did throw in a choice B for my currently inked. And so I also have a Diamine Forever. I kind of want to keep this for the full month. This is Hot Magenta, which is, woo, it seems like more like that would be a mixing color, but you know what? It works for me as these are what I'm using for decoration this month. These are some washi tapes that I think they're Small Mochi, I think is what the brand is. I'm not exactly positive. I got them off of AliExpress and Amazon months ago before all the tariffs, and now we're gonna have more tariffs. But they were pretty affordable at that point, and so I have all these different styles, and I really I have so many of them, and they're fun and colorful, so I'm just gonna kind of go through them. I will also kind of go through Cat Collage Club. I haven't looked at what she has done for the month, but I think I can throw in some of that. Just throw in some different things. I also have these, and I don't know if they even go with anything that I am inking up this month, because I've had these for months. These are the Sailor Ink Studio pens. So I don't know. I think you can refill them. I'm not positive. I saw them one day randomly, I think on Yaseka, and I bought them. And this one is 737. And I thought they'd be a good way to try some of the Sailor Ink Studio colors that I don't have, but I haven't used them. I've had them for quite a while. So 841, I actually really like that blue. Ooh, that's good to know. And 335, which I think might work because I have 135. Oh, 335 is pretty. Okay, so, all right, we'll see how those work, but I think these two can work really well. I'm not sure about 737. That might be a little too dark for my theme. And you'll see my theme here very soon. So let's set this up. Now I'm trying to see if there is a nice, I'm gonna go through some of these and see if there's a nice one that I think could work for currently inked. I kind of want that in the corner because I think that will be fun. Oh, goodness. This is, yeah, so if you're doing your setups and stuff, maybe you'll just have me hanging out with you in the background, which is awesome. But this is, yeah, this is just going to be a slow, and oh, maybe that though too, like the little cake, that's cute. And steady, I'm just kind of, I usually do this off camera, so like planning all of this, and then when I come on camera, either I have this done or whatnot, but I decided to show you and take you along with me while I'm doing this month. So, oh, these are so, I just love them. They're so cute. And so I hope I stay on camera. I've been having a really hard time. I ended up scrapping a whole video because half the time I was down here where you couldn't see. So, ooh, I like that one too. I'm trying to see if there's like anything inky. Oh, that might be. Oh yeah, let's do that. I know that Cat Collage Club has a bunch of currently inked, and I do have some. I could go through those too. I just want to start here because these I've had for a long time. I cut them out and put them in little A5 binder storage, like Ziploc things that they have. And so I just kind of thought, you know, pulling these out, I've loved using them. I've been using these for my planners for a couple years now because I just love them. So sometimes it's just fun. Oh, that one's really cute. I've used this whole thing in a journal spread, this one, but I just like it. I like it a lot. Trying to see what we have here. I definitely want one of the cutie gals. I'll probably put them down here. Okay, so I think what I'm thinking is, ooh, okay, maybe I use this whole sheet, and then, so that will be the color. It doesn't really go with, and you know, actually, this color doesn't really go with my theme much, but maybe if I just use the ink bottle because it's yellow, and then I can use these. We'll see. I want to see what I have. But okay, so we're going to do that. Now let me pop on here and let's see. Let's see what else we got. See, I think this is one of the reasons I've been gravitating towards the really muted colors lately, but this theme I have is very bright. I have been feeling really sad and I want some happy, bright colors for this, at least this week, if not the whole month. So let's see here. Okay, that will not simply not do. I just want to see if I have any, that's not any printed out of, well, there's a watercolor gal. Any ink ones? I have KOFI. Just love these cats. They're so cute. So I don't have any ink ones printed out right now. There is also this, and maybe I can do this with the ink bottle. Yeah, actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I have some scissors here. This is the only part about these washi tapes that really is hard, is that when my nails got brittle a little bit lately, so and I want it kind of like it's going into the ink bottle, so I think I'm going to do it that way, and then cut out this cute little ink bottle. Actually, okay, now I'm thinking about this. Some of this pink will work. Yes. This one's going to be really tough. Oh, goodness. Got to get my finger right in there. There we go. And sometimes I have tweezers, but I haven't looked for them. So there we go. How cute is that? There we go. Now, do I want to do this where I have it here? Or actually, the green one would be really cute. Or maybe doing, yeah, I think this, because this will fit really well. So I'm just kind of doing this flying by the seat of my pants. Usually I spend a lot more time thinking these things through and then I will mark them out, but I just want to get stuff on the page this week. Okay, come on. I had it and then it decided to fall back onto the page or onto the, is that like the sticker release paper or whatever this is, like wax paper? I don't really know what it is, but I want to put this here. Now I need to figure something out. Okay, so I got these cute little stamps from Midori that don't try to put your own ink on them because they already came with ink, but learn from me. However, so the only thing that I need to get used to again is being on a Sunday through Saturday calendar, because in my planner, I like to go from Monday to Sunday. So right now, I want this to go to Sunday, which is the 3rd. So this would be I'm going to say this week is going to be the 1st through the 9th or 10th, the 10th. Okay, because Sunday through, or Monday through Sunday, which is the 10th. So I'm going to just say that the first 10 days of August, because, and I may change that over the weekend, but this is going to be currently inked. I'm just going to put the dates rather than the week. And let's just do my letters. At least I have my currently inked already figured out, and I don't have to go through that with you. One of these months I do want to go through like my process. It can sometimes take a while, but my process with this one was that I really wanted to have colors that were fresh and lively and back to school-esque and made me happy. So that was what I was thinking. And so this is going to be August 1st through 10th. 1 through 10. Okay, so there we go. I have that all set up now. And I want to grab a clip quick here. Okay, number 1 I have, and this is all I have of this. This was from the lovely Vera, who is a great Facebook friend of mine and is in the community. This is a TWSBI hot pink with a broad nib, and this is Anderillium's Rosy Maple Moth Pink. And I have been eyeing this, and she said, hey, would you like some? I will send it to you. And this was back in early June, so I still want to send her a package, but I haven't had a chance to yet. But this is just a lovely, vibrant pink, and I want to actually use through this whole TWSBI before I decide if I'm going to buy a bottle, because I really love it. But again, do I need another pink ink? I mean, yes, but I want to make sure that I'm using what I have first before I buy another bottle of an ink that I have a sample of. So now when Wearing Goals Carmilla comes out, I will probably be buying that from Atlas, but I'm really trying. So this is Rosy Maple Moth Pink. And this is a TWSBI Eco. It's the only Eco that I'm really busting out for the week. So my plan is to use these every day and like write with them, do my journaling with one of them, and then do all my planning with one. And so I only have, and then I run them dry. That's my goal. And so I'm trying this month. We're gonna see how it works. It's always just kind of figuring out what works for you, right? Oh, that is so lovely. I just love it. I feel like it's almost like Kosumosu, but a shade brighter. So that is Anderillium Rosy Maple Moth in my TWSBI. So there he is. I love my TWSBIs. And I've been in a very much so broad and medium nib mood, but mostly broad, which is really, really weird to me because I haven't for a long time. It was what I always loved at first, but then I kind of switched, and yeah. All right, my next one is exciting to me. So I have been on a mission to I don't know why when I have a full bottle, but I am. I've been on a mission to find something really similar to Kobe's Light Rose. Now this is not exactly, so that I will want to say, this is not exactly Kobe Light Rose. It is definitely more purple, but I did the chromatography. They have the same exact pigment, like they have the same exact dye colors, and which makes sense because Kobe ink is made by Sailor, but this one is just a titch more purple leaning, which I'm okay with because I do have Light Rose, but at least I know that I can get this ink when I run out of my Light Rose by Kobe. So this is Sailor Ink Studio. I didn't even say what it was, but this is Sailor Ink Studio 135. And I really am enjoying this. And I've had it in pens quite a few times, but just I put it in my Bennu Pixie. I actually ended up, so this one, when I got this, I got this from Bennu. I did request a fine nib in this one, but I'm really in the mood for broads, so I ordered a broad nib for this cutie in the gold, because I have a broad in the silver, but I wanted it to match. So, and this is the Enchanted Pastels. This is the Enchanted Pink. They have a trio pack. I love them. This is, I think that the Pixies of all like pocket pens feel like I'm writing with a normal size pen. I really love them. So, and I find myself reaching for them all the time. I just love them, and I'm really trying hard not to go and buy more of them, because I think having four, I think I have four, is enough. So that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to do that. Okay, number 3. I really love that I'm using hot pink forever. Okay, this one is Kaweco's Summer Purple. And I don't know why I was feeling this ink. I was just feeling it. It's been a while since I've used it, and I wanted to. Yeah. I was trying to go with, do a little bit of the, the rainbow, but I wanted a pink, and like I wanted a pink leaning purple, and a purple. So that's all I have for the, like I do have the other colors showing, but I had to go with these colors make me happy. So purple and pink is more present in my lineup this month. Get out of there, dog hair. Kaweco's Summer Purple. This is my Pilot VP Decimo. I have been obsessed with my Decimo lately. So you'll see, oh, Decimo. I got this as one of my first pens. I've talked about it a couple times, and I hated it for like the first year. And then I finally replaced the nib with a medium nib rather than the extra fine. Gave the extra fine nib to my husband in like a Jinhao. And I love this pen now, and I love it so much. It is so light, it is so comfortable. I love the convenience of it. I have been using it a lot lately, and so yeah, it's been really great. Okay, number 4. What was number 4? Ah, yes. So I finally busted out my my Mont Blanc ink that I picked up in San Diego, or like it was actually in the Dallas airport, but it was on my trip in San Diego. And this is the Mont Blanc Masters of Art, homage to Pierre-Auguste Renoir. And this is Bleu Outre-mer. I am pretending that I can speak French with a French accent, but I looked it up. So this is Bleu Outre-mer. It actually translates to blue ultramarine. So it's ultramarine, I can't even speak English today. Ultramarine blue. So I swatched this when I first got home from San Diego. I swatched it, and I kind of put it up because, well, my June kind of turned into a nightmare. And I hadn't pulled it out, and I thought, you know, I was flipping through and I saw it, and I thought, I need to put that in a pen. And I don't think I've got enough out, but that's okay, to really make it look really nice. But this is Mont Blanc's. I am gonna call it ultramarine blue because I can. It's my book. But yeah, he had the guy at the Mont Blanc in the airport had one of these bottles left, and it was in the back. So I was very excited because it's kind of fun to get a new ink when you're traveling. So I hadn't found one at the pen store. They only really had Noodlers, which nope, no thank you. And they had J.R. Bond. So I got a couple cartridges, but I was like, oh, I really wanted a bottle of ink. So yeah. Now this is my newest SD that I picked up off of Atlas when they popped in one of the journaler nibs. And I've been wanting to try the journaler. I love it. And this is the Nouveau Blue. And I had been eyeing this one for a while. And I thank you all for using my code at Atlas. You made it possible for me to get this, and I am loving it. And the journaler nib is fantastic. I really do like the smaller stubs. I have a mini stub that my husband got me for Christmas. Love that. And so I'm really enjoying that journaler nib, and I just appreciate it, the fact that and it's not even just the codes that you all use. I get messages and things, and I just want you all to know that I appreciate you. And even when I read every comment, I may not always have as much the time or the mental wherewithal to respond to everything, because I am trying to not be on my phone all the time. But I see your messages, and I really, really appreciate them. So thank you so much, because you all are so fantastic. All right. The next one I have right here is Kobe Chapel Emerald. And this one I have had inked up, I think, once or twice in pens, but I really love this ink. It is such a soft, kind of minty blue, and it's got just this beautiful shading that I can't really explain because I don't feel like the camera picks it up, but I really like this. I did pick this up straight from Nagasawa's website, and it is just lovely. I don't know if there's an ink that I would suggest if you have a hard time getting Kobe, because I think Diamine Bliss, Diamine Bliss is, maybe Diamine Bliss and Robinson Crusoe by Wearing Ghoul are similar, but they're not as, they just aren't. I don't know. I might have to do an ink study and see if I can find something that's similar to this in my collection. So I haven't tried Diamine Soft Mint next to it, but I feel like this is softer, and I have it. So I was telling you, my Decimos, I wasn't gonna get another Decimo, and I had been eyeing this one for months and or for however long, and I loved the gold trim, but nowhere in the United States had it in stock. I didn't really want to order from Nagasawa's website again, not because I didn't want to, but I hadn't been really considering it. I didn't know how shipping and customs and that kind of stuff was going to be affected, so I just kind of said, oh, I'm not going to get one, because I don't really love the silver. The silver trim is pretty, but if I'm going to get a nice gradation vanishing point, I wanted to get one that I really loved, and I really loved this Harbor Mint. And so this is a Nagasawa exclusive. And last week, Vanessa said that they put one of each nib size back in stock because they had them just for in case. They're really smart. I think Vanessa is just really smart with their business practices, and I really like them. But I made the decision. I have been gifted quite a few pens lately from companies and doing the atlas, so I had the extra, and I thought, you know what, this is it. Like, this is your one pen. You're done for a while, but I got it, and so I'm very excited about it. And I've been using it. I got it 2 days ago or yesterday. I can't remember, but I've been using it nonstop, and it's got a broad nib. It's the only, they had broad and extra fine in stock still when I saw them. And I wanted a broad or a medium, so it worked out. If it would have been just the extra fine, I would have said, no, thank you. But it was not the extra fine. So as of filming this, they still have an extra fine in stock if this is something that you were looking at. But I definitely thought it was beautiful. They're quite spendy, but they have the silver ones in stock too. And this is a Nagasawa original. And it's not, I think they call it a really long name. I'm going to say it's a Nagasawa original Decimo. And this is a broad. And this one is Harbor Mint. And it's like Harbor Mint gradient gold trim, but I'm just calling it that to make it simple. And so far, do these inks not just look happy? I just really, really wanted happy. That was what I was going for. I want to see quick too how it's popping up. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay. Sometimes when I use my little muddler or the ink swatcher, it does bleed through to the other page. But what is this one? This one's my to-do, so I can kind of play around and maybe like tape in some Midori paper or some of my Kokuyo campus paper. Or this is not Kokuyo campus paper, this is Kokuyo printer paper. But yeah, I really like this. I like, because I do this every month, I thought this would be really nice. And I also got this one. I haven't opened it yet, but I got the habit tracker. And I'm not sure if I'm going to love this or not, but I thought I'd try it. So yeah, that's what I got. Okay, so back to the pens. Okay, you don't know this, but I do, that it's a couple hours later. My husband wanted to have lunch with me. I mean, aren't like after like 10 years or 11 years, I don't know how long we've been together, but are we supposed to still like each other? Aren't we supposed to, you know, like not want to spend time with each other and complain about each other and hate each other? Okay, I'm just joking. I being very sarcastic. It is a sense of humor thing that my husband and I have together. All right, let's see here. Okay, I'm just trying to get back into the headspace, and let's see. So we are at number 5. I think we have 3 more. 6 is this one. My lovely, lovely Esterbrook in Winter White, which was a gift from my husband. Speaking of, never thought he'd buy me a fountain pen. And this has Monteverdi's Key Lime Pie. I cannot remember for the life of me why I thought it necessary to buy this ink when I did, because I bought the bottle and then it kind of sat there and I don't know why, but I really like it. It is very, very bright green. It is definitely an in-your-face green, and I think I bought it when I was happy, like when I was feeling happy and I wanted a bright green. And then for some reason, well, not for some reason, but then I kind of went in the route of, well, I wanted something a little less happy and bright. And then it just felt like the right time to bust this ink out, especially because I have found that on the Midori paper, Monteverde inks work fantastic. So they aren't, I mean, they are a wet ink, but usually on other papers, they can bleed and feather a lot more than they do on the Midori paper. They actually work really well. They don't feather as much, and I love the colors of the Monteverde inks. So I have been using them a little bit more. And so this is my Esterbrook SD. And this is my mini stub that has, I don't take this nib out of this pen. So, and this is Winter White. And I am really, really enjoying it with this color. Yeah, usually I have this one inked up, so pretty much every time. I had it inked up with Sailor Tea Time Afternoon Tea last month, so it was an orange. And yeah, that's one of my pretty much, I write with that daily. I think it's because it reminds me of the fact that my husband got me such an extravagant, amazing gift. Okay, let's see. We have two more. All right. I actually pulled out a Pilot Euro Shizuku ink. Another bright and fun one. I do find that, yes, they're standard, but they work so well. And this Pilot Euro Shizuku ink is a fun one. This is the Toro, which is one of their new releases from last year. And it is so bright and orangey yellow. I was kind of like trying to figure out, because I wanted to have a color from red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, violet kind of thing. And so I was trying to figure it out because I've got my red here, but I don't have an orange and yellow. So this is kind of a mix of the two, because I feel like this is definitely a more orange leaning yellow, and it is bright and it is readable and it is fun. But I've been using other yellows lately. So I've been using Lemon Cake by Schneider, which I love, and I've been using Lemon Yellow by Tom Studio, but I kind of am getting bored of the two. So I decided to do Toro this month. And because I had Charleston in this this amber Banu, but I thought this would be just a little bit more fun for the month. It's still a yellow, and this is a fine nib, so it's writing really well in the fine nib. I mean, you can really see it, and sometimes with some of these yellow inks it's not as great. So yeah, Lemon Cake is just a slightly bit lighter than this one, but I do like that one too. And this is my Northern Gold Banu Talisman, and I just love this. Flakes of amber in the pen. I thought about using Diamond Amber, and I might do that, but I have all these. I can't remember if I did the video and I posted it, or if it was one that I was just not feeling like I wanted to share it, just because I've been kind of all over in my headspace. But I know I talked recently about how I have every single Pilot Euro Shizuku ink except for Tsukushi. I have a sample of Tsuyukuya, and I don't have their limited edition ones. They had a few limited edition ones, but those are the only ones I don't have. So otherwise I have their whole standard line, including Inaho. And so I was talking about how I have them all and I don't use them. Why don't I use them? So I pulled out one because I thought I should pull them out because I have full bottles of them. And our 8th and final ink for 10 days is right here. I'm very excited. This one is really a really lovely French red leaning gray. And I love this. This is Kobe's City Museum Gray, which is this. It is great. I really like this ink. Yeah, so I got the whole bottle from Nagasawa Kobe. And this one is just it is very much so almost a brown, but it's, they call it City Museum Gray. So it is a brown gray, a French gray, which is one of my favorite colors, and I have it in this. So this is my Mayfair Caffeine Addiction, I believe is what it's called, and this is their Noldor. This is a cool pen. So funny enough, I was talking about how I think that Meyer's pens can do something similar to this, and then look, it's done. So this one though, to open this up, like I'm trying to twist it the way that you open up a pen, and this does reverse so that you don't open this side up. So it is a converter, but it's got the same, as a similar, it's not the same. It's not as, I personally like the Antoinette's grip section a little bit better, and I like the way the Antoinette is shaped right here. So I'm still thinking I may have to say, hey Alan, look at this. But this one doesn't post very well. I mean, it posts, but not very well, not as well as my Antoinette. So there's things that are different, but I really like this pen. And look at that blank. I had to have this. So yeah, this is Mayfair pens. So I think it's a Noldor. That's what I'm gonna put. That's what it's gonna be. But it's got a medium nib. I will say that the medium nib that it came with, I did have to tinker with quite a bit, and I'm still not very happy with it. So I think if I ordered another one of these, I would order it without the pen or without the nib and just have my own. But I will say I was on their website with their release, and I clicked the wrong one and ordered the wrong pen, the color that I wanted, and I emailed them or messaged them on Instagram, and they changed it for me. So that was very, very sweet of them, like really easy. So I was really, really impressed with that. So yeah, I really like this, and I'm really enjoying this. I don't expect all these makers to be able to tinker with their nibs and get them exactly right. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I am liking this pen. And this one I think is called Caffeine Addiction. I think something like that. And that's what I'm gonna call it. It's Caffeine Addiction. But I thought this would go really great with all my coffee pens. It kind of reminds me, and I don't know, maybe it is the same Blank brand. They didn't say what, see, isn't that kind of fun? Like you keep twisting and it will untwist. So, but I don't know what what brand this blank is, but it wouldn't shock me if it was the Jonathan Brooks blank for the Coffee Monsters Co. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun if it's right next to the MK, the one that I did, the Cafe au Lait, and then the Coffee Monsters Co. and this, I thought they would look great together. And this is matte. This is my first matte finish. I really like the matte finish. So I think if I my next Meyer's pen will be matte finished. But I definitely think, I don't necessarily know if he needs to do the reverse. I find that kind of annoying, but I understand why they did it, is that you're not twisting this off every time you twist open your pen. But yeah, so that is that one. But I wanted to have, with all these bright, fun colors, I wanted to have a neutral. And so this is how I am going to do this. And then what I want to do right here, since I have this space, I want to create a chart. So I'm going to use this here. I don't know. Actually, I might get out my Archer and Olive one. Okay, well, I like the flatness of this one, but I did pull out my Archer and Olive guy. So what I'm doing here, and I want to have a space, so I want to have this much space for it. So this is what I'm thinking. So this is going to be the pen. The pen is going to go down here, and this is going to be the date. And I do need to mark for, because this is 1 through 10. So I still want to do my testing, or or not testing, my tracking. And I can take that off. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I am going to go down here. So this is 1. So I'm going to do, I don't need this for this part. So then it's, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, what I'm thinking with this, okay. What I'm thinking with this is that I can do this. Okay, what is my 8 pen? I was thinking, this might be kind of fun. I've never done this before, so I'm trying this out. I want to get my number 8. Thinking that the horizontal lines will be the color of the pen. I don't know if this will make any difference, but it kind of seems fun to me. So the bottom horizontal line. Well, let's hope that on day 4 I use this one. I might just purposely do that and plan that out. Okay, so now that I know that, now I can do this. These are my other lines. I think I like this. I like this one better. It's more flush with the page and thinner, easier to push down and hold. Okay, taking off my TWSBI pen cap with one hand. Oh yeah. This is a Diamond 580 that I have here, and the nickel gray, and it's got a medium nib with the Diamine Forever. I think I talked about the Diamine Forever over there, but I just wanted to reiterate that. I don't know if I talked about that it's in the TWSBI, but I don't know if I gave all the specs. The nickel gray, I don't know. So I've had the nickel gray for a long time now. Probably almost 2 years. But the nickel gray's medium nib is probably the best nib of my TWSBIs I've had in my collection. And I have a lot of TWSBIs. I have less than I thought I did, but I still have a lot of TWSBIs. And I don't foresee myself stopping TWSBIs. I am okay with having more than, 2 TWSBIs. I really like my TWSBIs. They are just definitely reliable writers. I have all the different nib sizes. Right now I'm not really into the extra fine and the medium, or extra fine and the fine, but I like to have them as well because I do go through phases. I have found that I go through phases with my inks and my pens and blah-de-blah-de-blah. So, but I always go back to pink. Pink and purple. See, now this is showing up way more purple on this than it does the cream colored, which is really interesting. Do they make, I should look up, do they make cream colored grid inserts for the Traveler's Notebook? I would love that. I would love if it was cream colored grid. I don't know if they do. I think they only do this, but I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Also, I have a friend going to Japan in October, and she told me to give her a small little list if there's things that I would like from Japan. I mean, I'm thinking little tiny stationery stuff. And so if you have any ideas of things that, you can get really cool, super cheap from Japan, I'd love to hear some suggestions if you've been there, or if you like if you've watched my videos for a while and you know what I like, I'd really appreciate it. I am partially thinking hey, because she's one of my really good friends, I'm partially thinking, hey, if you see something that speaks to you, like stationery, stickers, stamps, whatever, grab it. I think that's the route I'm going, but yeah, she's so kindly offering to grab me something I need, or something I want, not need. Okay, I need stationery, but I'm thinking about that. Okay, I just don't know how this is gonna work, but I just thought I'd try. I've never tried this. I've done these trackers now for almost a year like this. I stopped them for a couple months, and then I was realizing I really like these. And then now that I'm trying to not have 500, not 500, but it feels like it, 500 inks mixed or pens inked at one time, I feel like this will be kind of a nice way of knowing, hey, that's great. So then what I'm thinking is, now that these are all here, so I'm trying to remember, what did I write my morning pages with? Oh, I did. I wrote my morning pages with this one. So then I'm going to mark it. I just want to see what it looks like. So mark it right here. That's kind of fun. I might keep doing that. So then I'm thinking that I'm going to, you know, mark as I mark. Like, I think having it in my weeks spreads is really going, like doing a currently currently inked per week, because I can say, oh, I didn't use this pen, like number 8. I didn't use 8 at all. Do I want to carry it over to the next week, or do I not want to? And then at least I'm cleaning out. Then I only have, at the end of the week, at the most, I'll have 8 pens to clean out rather than 50. And then I'm, you know, mixing ink, or not mixing ink, but I'm switching up ink a lot sooner and then actually using the ink. And so then it's like, oh, I still really love this Kobe Chapel Emerald. I'm going to carry it over to the next week, and I can write notes down here. And so that's what I'm thinking. And so I'm going to have, I think, how many lines do I have down here? I just want to see how many squares. That's why I love this Archer and Olive guy. So from here to here, there's 14. So it can only be one box per, unless I were to do it. Ooh, actually, maybe if I do it this way, what is the middle of this? So this is, if I go from here to here, if I do that, it's 10, which is exactly where I have this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Isn't that interesting that this is half, but this looks so much larger because of the squares than this? I find that interesting. But I'm going to put, yeah, I want to put this, I'm going to put the name of the pen in there too, but I'm going to do that later. Then I can do this way. I can go like this. How many? So if I have here, and I have 4, yeah, I can do that. Okay, perfect. Just looking here. And I do it here. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. No, I could just leave. Yeah, I'm going to do 5, and then 6, 7, 8. And then what I'm going to do is then I can do this. So this is just me talking this out in my head. Okay, here we go. Actually, there we go. So 5 is going to have a little bit more space. I can probably like just put like a washi tape or something there. And then have this. The one thing I have learned, the one big thing I have learned about making this stuff with my fountain pens, because that's the one thing, like using document inks or whatever, because this is the Diamine Forever document ink or the pigment ink, is that it takes a second to dry. And so there are, every single spread I've ever done, for the most part, and I don't know if it's happened here yet, but it will. Every single spread I've had, there is smearing. Like there's smearing from the stamps, but I've gotten really good at being really patient and not pulling the ruler up too fast and just like waiting a couple seconds for it to dry, being slow and methodical so I have less smearing. And then what I think I'm going to put is Final Thoughts. I won't have much space, but I can put hated, or if I can put like the date and say, I emptied this pen because it was just not working, or, you know, carry over to week 2 or whatever. So then I have that. This is me refining my own system and figuring out what works for me. So that is my currently inked system for the first week of August. And I think this video got quite long already, and I don't feel quite comfortable filming this and then continuing on with my setup for my planner. So that will be in a separate video. I am going to film it today, but I'm going to put this one and then I will post this, and then I will, you know, you'll see one after another. So it'll be, this one is posted on one day, and then the next day you can expect the planner setup if you're curious about my planner setting up. Some people only like the currently inked, which is perfect. So maybe this works out. So there is my currently inked, and it's going to be right after my week 1 goals, my week 1 to-dos. And I'm tracking my ink. I am going to put my like TWSBI Eco. I'm going to put the name of the pen in here. Or maybe I should think, I don't know. I'm going to put something there just so I have something written. But then I'm going to set all these pieces up in the next video. So thank you so much for being here today. All this stuff like this right here and this right here and these, the Andorilium you can get at and you can get at Atlas. Using my code Amanda10, you can save 10. And I think they have some really good sales going on right now. I know their sidewalk sale is coming up, so be on the lookout for that. And so yeah, I am just really, really happy. Let me pull up the inks here because I do want to show you some of the really pretty shading qualities. This Rosy Maple Moth is so pretty. I just really, really enjoy it. It is a redder leaning pink instead of like a purple based. Sailor Ink Studio 135 looks so different on this than, did I have Kobe Light Rose inked last month? I can't remember. I know I had it inked, but I don't know if I tracked it. And I think this is going to work so much better than this setup is going to work so much better than having that extra little folder that I pretty sure I have lost. Did I have it? Did I have it inked? I didn't. No. It's interesting how different, because when I was doing this in my other one, this looks so much like Kobe's Light Rose. It does not right here. That is very much so purple, or like a mauve purple. I don't know. I love it. Either way, regardless, I still love this ink, even if it's not like a dupe for me. A dupe. Oh my gosh, you're a dupe, Maddie. Kaveco Summer Purple, I just really like. Is such a low cost, affordable ink, and it is so much fun. Oh, this one I am really in love with, the Ultramarine Blue. I don't know if it's one you can find. I got it at the Mont Blanc in an airport, so it was a lucky find for me. But I think it's being, you know, secondhand sales. But there's some smear, not the document, but there is some smear. Kobe Chapel, look at that. So it is such a pretty shading. I love that shading. It shades to this soft bluish purple in the darker areas, and it writes just, it's so soft and happy, and I don't know, I can't explain why I like it so much, but I do. All right, there's Key Lime Pie. Key Lime Pie is really fun. It almost shades to like a dark yellow in there. And then Toro and City Museum Gray. I think, you know, I'd love to, and I want to do an exploration with this one too. I think this is really close to chalk pudding, which is not shocking that I wanted this one so much because I love chalk pudding by Robert Oster. So anyway, that is what I'm going to be using for this week. I am definitely going to keep you updated and posted on how this is working out, if I'm loving it, if I'm hating it, you know, that kind of stuff, if I'm gonna switch. But that's why, like, I think I tried to fit into the bubble of Hobonichi and all the other planners. This is what works for me, being able to say, this isn't working, I can make it and set it up. It does take a little bit longer, yes, but it works for me, and I can, right now the Traveler's Notebooks are working really great for me. And so I want to decorate the cover too, but yeah, I'm enjoying this. I think I'll get maybe August, so these will probably be like 2 months worth. It's because I think I'm going to get July and August in here, and then September, October, November, December, which actually would work out because then I'd have a new one starting in January. I don't know, we'll see. But if I only have a few pages left in here, what I will probably end up doing is using it as a journal or just like little notes in the back, and then moving on to another one. But if I have enough space for a third one, that'd be great. But I'm really, really loving this. It's such a more accessible, easy. I don't have to worry about paper. I don't have to worry about like using sections that people put in preemptively. This just works for me. So anyway, that's it for now, and I will see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, all the fun things, and have a great day. Bye.